Welcome, my peeps, my peoples. Please like, comment, subscribe, share the video. It'd be greatly appreciated from the bottom of my heart, my peeps, my peoples. Peep Squad is in the building, baby. We going to the top, to the top, to the top, baby. We want to bring others with us. So please become a part of Notification Squad. Peep Squad, hit that notification bell, baby. Know each and every time I drop a video and tell me what's on your mind. So let's just talk about the situation. Yes, Charlamagne made me proud. It's been a long time since Charlamagne I got on the mic and he was spitting the facts. He was speaking some realness, for real. Charlamagne really expressed, a teachable moment and basically letting Ellen DeGeneres know what she did and what she said. Yes, she was out here basically on her TV show, syndicated TV show, in front of millions and millions of people, and basically saying that being quarantined is like being in jail. Like, what are you talking about, being in jail? Like, you know what it is. You can actually go outside if you wanted to. When you in jail, you cannot go outside. And then Ellen also said, like, she's been wearing the same clothes for 8 days. She can't go outside and everybody's in our house is gay. Like, what are you talking about, Ellen? People that are in jail, some of them are forced to be gay. Some of them don't ask to be gay. Some of them are made to be a woman in jail. Like, what are you talking about? And a lot of people that's locked up in jail don't belong there. Let's talk about the Central Park 5 too as well, and so many other people that has been released and exonerated because of DNA evidence. And there's people that's locked up in jail with the quarantine that have minor offenses, and they might lose their life locked up in a prison, locked up in jail, because they are right next to each other. The system does not care. They don't have a mask. They don't have gloves. They don't have cleaning supplies. The nurses are getting infected too as well. There is so much going on. And for you to say living in one of your mansions or living in a mansion that is actually like 8,000 square feet and it's on 2.6 acres of land. That is no way a prison. That's no way being locked up when you have a gym, you have a pool, you can look over the ocean, you have the woods, you have flowers, you have trees, you just have, privacy too as well. You can do laps around your property, Ellen. There's no way that you can feel like you locked up in prison. You just wanted to make a joke and make light out of a situation where people are actually suffering. There are family members of inmates that are crying. They don't know when their loved one is actually going to make it home. They can't go to visit them. Listening to Charlamagne giving Ellen the donkey of the day was like, he really did his research. He really did his work, because he had family members. He had inmates on the phone crying and coughing at the same time. And when they was coughing because of the COVID-19. They was coughing because of the virus that is spreading around, and they're locked up in a cage and they can't get out. And some of them with minor offenses also stated that they don't want to let them go that are in minimum security because it's about money. And then you have inmates, and then you have the prison guards that are working in these conditions. The conditions are already bad. They're already overpopulated in the prisons and in the jails, and they don't have enough of prison guards or correctional guards, number one. And now they are serving like a death sentence with the inmates too as well, because how are they going to be protected from the COVID-19? And you have nurses that are coming to work and they are leaving infected with COVID-19. There are plenty of stories about these nurses that are living through this tragedy, and this is just sad that Ellen would even think that would be even appropriate or something to joke about. There are women, there are men, there are trying to find their loved ones that are locked up. They can't go visit them. They can't see them. Some of them have debilitating diseases already, and they're in minimum security and they can't get out. And there was one heartbreaking story. A young lady talked to her father almost every other day. And one day he called her last week on March 25th, and she wasn't there to pick up the phone. And, the next day she found out that her father succumbed to COVID-19. And like, how are these inmates going to get healthy food? How are they going to build up their immune system? They don't even have enough medication, enough nurses, and the food that they eat is slop. The food that they eat is, terrible. So this is just a whole sad situation to see Ellen to make a joke like this on national TV when probably many of her supporters have loved ones that are locked up and they probably won't see tomorrow. They probably won't ever be released from prison because they are in close quarters to many other people, and if one person gets sick, then it just spreads just like that. Because how are they going to cover it up? There's no mask, there's no gloves, that's not enough to go around. Everything is going to the hospitals first, and the hospitals are complaining that there's not enough masks or gloves either. So for her to make that insensitive comment was really rude. It was just a privilege. She has so much privilege that she feels like being in a 8,000 square foot house with a gym, with a pool, with just tons of yard space, looking over the ocean, is like being locked up in prison. You have no idea, Ellen. And that was really wrong. And the public deserves an apology for what you said. And it was wrong, and you needed to be called out on it. And I'm glad that Charlamagne did call you out on it. And it was just like, oh, I've been wearing the same clothes for 8 days and everybody in my house is gay. Do you know the prison stories? Do you know how people are worried and concerned when their loved ones, go male or female, go to jail because it's a possibility that they can be taken advantage of? They could be made somebody's girlfriend when they don't want to be. Most people and a lot of guys that are in jail are forced to do things to keep their survival, to stay alive. You know how many inmates have went to prison straight and end up catching, the HIV virus because they were forced to? There's so many different stories. And for you to be that insensitive and make light of, everybody in your house being gay and wearing the same clothes 8 days, a lot of the inmates don't choose to be a part of the gay community. They are forced to, and they have to do it for survival, or they won't make it. So you guys tell me what you think about the situation. It's a joke and everything, but it's a harsh joke at this time. And it's really messed up. Someone with that much privilege to say something like that is really terrible. It's really horrible. And the regular people that don't have the finance and don't have, the money that you have, they are grateful that they even have a roof over their head and food in their house. You have a personal chef. You probably have, a personal chef. You got all types of food. You don't have to worry about tissue. You don't have to worry about cleaning supplies. You don't have to worry about food. You don't have to worry about anything that is given to you because of your successful career. So your privilege, you are very privileged, and for you to make a statement like that was very wrong and disrespectful, and everybody deserves an apology and a donation too as well. And let's also talk about, the president, Donald Trump, and his crew that give their, daily statements to the people, updating us on the COVID-19 disease. Basically, they're saying that most, Black people, African American people, foundational Black, ADOS, are more susceptible to, COVID-19. So, and basically because of their environment, the food that they eat, the lack of health care, being disenfranchised, and basically not having proper things to take care of their self and their family because they are impoverished and they live in impoverished communities and they don't have access to the right doctors, to the right healthcare system, and also to whole foods and, healthy food. And this is what the government and his team, said about Black people. So therefore, what is the solution, Trump? What is the solution? What is the solution? The solution is, where is that stimulus check? Because, now we need reparations and a stimulus check because the Asian people got one, and they also got a hotline. And there was so much, the government was talking about, especially Trump and his people, about racism towards Asian people attacking them, the people not going to their businesses, and they're giving them loans, they're giving them grants and things like that. What about the Black people? What about ADOS? What about foundational Black too as well? Now you're telling us that we are highly susceptible to dying from COVID-19. What is the plan? What is the solution? You're just going to throw that out there and make us the face of COVID-19? and you're not going to have a solution, but you quickly had a solution for the Asian community and a hotline that was set up too as well. So what about giving us some reparations and another stimulus check so we can be able to buy the healthy food that we need and also have good health care and be able to get health care too as well, where we can go to a doctor, where we can get vitamins, where we can get B12 shots, vitamin C shots and things like that, and be able to go to Whole Foods and buy the organic vegetables and fruits and not eat processed food, because that is what is in our community. You got the Price Rights, you got the Save-A-Lots, you got the little stores that sell what they can afford too, which is poison to our community, but that's what we eat because it's affordable, and a lot of us are not able to go out there and buy the healthy food that we do need. So if we are the front line of the COVID-19, where is our other stimulus check? We need to be cut another stimulus check so we can actually eat healthy, eat right, get medication, and get health care too as well, because you're doing it for everybody else. What about us? And you say that there's a problem. Where is the solution for the African American community? Now we are being made of the face of the COVID virus, and now we're going to even receive even more racism, where people are going to be like scared. They're already scared of us. They're already afraid. They already deny us in certain different places. Not everyone, but a lot of people do. And so now you're making us the face. So now when we go on public, everybody's going to think, oh, everybody black got the COVID virus. Everybody black got the coronavirus, because the government has made us the face of it. So now we're going to be feeling the discrimination when we go into stores and we go into businesses, where people are going to run because they're going to think we have, the coronavirus, because the government says that we are being killed at large, we are dying at large numbers other than any other nationality. So where's the stimulus check? And also, where is the solution for the problem? There's no solution. What's the solution, Trump and your people? Peace. I'm out. One love to all my peeps and my peoples.